She get rocky, but the show must go on. She get rocky, bullets hit like Stallone. The body dropping, trying to pay out Capone.
Bro,
we talking about
the Oscars. All right, what about these Grammy Awards, man? You know what I'm saying? Kendrick winning 5.
Somebody agree with me, please, that Kendrick Lamar is the most overrated
No
artist
sir.
in the world, bro.
No sir.
Shout out to Kendrick, bro. I like Kendrick. Good.
I like Kendrick, but he not getting no play in my boombox.
Exactly, bro.
He not
That's what I'm
getting
saying.
So you like Drake better?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wait.
You might not like him better. Who you gonna play in your car, bro? When you get in your
Drake will
you
get more
throwing
play.
Drake. Exactly.
Drake will get more play than
because
Kendrick.
of the females.
I like a couple of his records. I like some of Kendrick's too. I'm not a fan of either one.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of either one. So I feel like my opinion's more valid than anyway. I'm not a fan of either one of them.
He ain't biased.
I think Kendrick, they not like us though.
It's crazy.
I admit it. I said that song was.
It's crazy.
That's not even
that song.
A lot of people don't like it because it's not a diss track, but it's like, yo, that joint got the West Coast moving.
That song like
crazy.
And that one song got 5 Grammys.
I mean, I've not heard anybody. Well, no, I ain't gonna lie. The Drake
This is the third time doing it?
Yeah, he did it in 2018. I forget what the songs were, but he did it in 2018.
Wait, what song?
2019. I don't remember the songs. I just know like 2 other songs outside of Not Like Us got 5 Grammys.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know that Not Like Us
I know.
did this shit the fastest though.
Yeah. No, it did.
platinum.
I mean, it happened like last summer.
It went diamond the fastest of any song
Yeah,
ever.
bro, it's crazy.
I'm
You know
like,
what I'm saying?
damn, that shit.
It went
I ain't
down.
never-
It was
It's
I
so
ain't-
catchy though, bro. Like even
Yeah,
if you
it's
don't like
catchy
the
as
song,
fuck.
you gonna be in the
You
car
gonna
singing
sing
that.
it,
But,
yeah.
like, that's when I knew it was a
You ain't
crazy
gotta.
song.
All you gotta know is they not like
They
us.
not like us.
That's
They not
it.
like
That's just it. That's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that shit-
Hey,
that shit-
Minor.
I mean, some like real Kendrick fans though, like you can see they real passionate about that.
But, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've always thought that.
You a Kendrick fan?
Yeah.
Like
He
super
love
guy.
Kendrick.
No, not like nah.
Look,
Like, hold up.
we be arguing on the phone. We by the hour. He love Kendrick,
So the
bro.
thing is, bro, I like to challenge the clergy. I like to challenge the mind, and I feel like Drake music is real simple, like elementary to me. So like when I listen to like Kendrick, it's very deep, it's very calculated, it's very like it's just
Man got a Pulitzer.
I tell you, you don't listen to Drake a lot.
I think it's very straightforward.
No, I think you don't.
I think he got wordplay. I ain't talking about wordplay. I'm talking about the depth of the song. So like for instance, when I used to listen to like Biggie and Pac, right? Biggie is he's a lyrical king. Like he's a genius, you know what I'm saying? But when Pac used to talk, bro, like it'll
Pac
make me
speak from
sick.
his soul.
Like I'll get like goosebumps listening to Pac sing, like you know what I'm saying, say some of the stuff he says. So that's where I'm at with that.
I'm a huge Pac fan, right?
Yeah.
And
But you can't argue that Biggie is better lyrically than Pac. But
listen
Pac
what I'm saying.
message is just
Pac touches you. When you
That's what I'm saying.
When you
His
listen to
message-
Tupac, see Biggie done said some shit that you be like, man, what the fuck Biggie talking about?
Yeah, fuck my mom and my girl type shit. Like he'll say fuck my mama on a
Man,
song. Like
Biggie
he don't give a
He
damn.
look so good. He'll suck on his dad. Like I'm not never gonna say no shit.
I
Like,
heard
you couldn't pay me to say no shit like that. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Pac touches you more like if you going through dear mama, bro. Who don't feel like that about
Yeah,
your motherfucking
sure,
mama, bro?
sure,
like your
sure,
mama
sure,
might not be
sure.
perfect, but you gonna feel you gonna really feel that song.
Yeah.
Me whatever. I ain't mad at you. You gonna feel that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
facts,
saying?
facts.
So it's just certain
I love
songs.
me and my girlfriend. Me
Bro,
and my
that's
girlfriend.
That's another two joints that I like. 2 artists that I ain't really like.
You
I'm
never
biased
had a
about
side?
them too.
Yeah,
Nope.
one way or the other. They both
I never really had a side
You
with
know,
him
I
either.
swear to God, I didn't really get into Pac till I got locked up, bro. And it's
Well,
like,
I think we were all older when we really started understanding music.
Of course,
we
yeah.
were when we were kids. We were just like the shit sounded good. Like
Nah, I
Soldier Boy
hell
was
no.
popping off.
Yeah.
Lil
Soulja Boy was
Wayne was
popping.
popping
I always
off.
listened to. I was
Yeah,
like
I
a
always-
Jadakiss
I always-
fan.
yeah, facts.
I went from the
What?
50 phase. I
Yeah.
It was until when I got my car and I put like a sound system in it. That's when I started getting into the '90s music.
And then I grew up with a mama. Like you got to think, me and my mama only 16 years older than me.
Yeah.
So my mama was
Oh, yeah,
in
she
the car
was
listening
young.
to. I remember listening to Tupac with my mama. I'm 4
my dad won't listen
old.
to none of that.
Oh my
shit.
God, Biggie did that. Like I remember that shit. I'm a kid.
Yeah,
so
nah,
you feel me?
facts,
Like,
facts.
I remember that shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I remember
like,
that. I'm
Yeah,
like, damn.
That shit hit. Like,
I ain't even know the nigga.
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't talking
Yeah,
about
but
Biggie. I'm
like
damn.
Biggie, what you mean?
Biggie
Like,
died.
yeah, for real,
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
shit hit
I remember
differently. Like when
Tupac
you
died, all
like,
that.
if you
I
was,
was like, damn.
if you was in that culture, like if you weren't in it, like then it probably don't hit you the same. But I literally remember that shit. I remember when Pac died. I remember when Biggie died. I remember like when 50 Cent first came out. I remember when everything different. Like everybody came in. So it's kind of like you kind of sit there and watch that shit, and it's like they raise you in a sense. You get what I'm saying? That's a fucked up way to be. Like the rappers raising you, but that's who really raised me in a sense. You get what I'm saying?
Get the shot, man.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, get in the frame, Mel. Yeah,
I think high school is when I really. So high school, I started listening to the northern rappers, like New York, the New York rappers, because they use punchlines and metaphors. They really painted pictures with their words,
facts.
Versus Soulja Boy was just doing you.
It was
like
just
that. Like
whatever was catchy.
Yeah,
it
like,
was
I really
catchy,
did. Like when I was young, I'm like, my mom was listening to like Ludacris, Jermaine Dupri, all that. I mean, it was catchy. Like that's the stuff that she was going. She was still going to the club. Like she was still young. You feel me? So she was still going to the club. Like, so this stuff I hear in the car or whatever. But it's just like I ain't really messing with that. So I'm hearing like Jadakiss, 50, Fab. Like I'm listening to them like painting pictures what they were like, rhyming, metaphors, punchlines, everything. I'm just like, nah, these niggas really talking that shit. For real. You feel me? So I'm like, I'm really dialed in. So I would never ever be like my favorite rapper from somebody from the South. Or even like the West Coast. Like I like West Coast music, but like that's why I'll never be a fan of Kendrick. Because he still got that style. Yeah. But
we can't relate to him. It's so different in the same. They treat us the same way. So when I tell people that be like they super big on Kendrick,
but that's
interesting. They don't even like us like that.
That's funny because it's funny you say that because I
love Nipsey though.
Okay, Nipsey.
I like Nipsey a lot more. Listen,
it's interesting because I'm not like none of that music is technically my music, and I love it all. So how is it that I can have such a detached because
you from Jamaica,
so like, you ain't versus like feeling like okay, West Coast versus East Coast or whatever,
because you from Jamaica, so you didn't have to experience when the people were going into it when they were beefing. Like it was kind of a neutral ground for you. Like we had to sit back and watch East Coast versus the West Coast, or however a certain sound or whatever. Like bro, you had to literally sit there and watch.
And y'all might not know this, but there was these two artists beefing back home called Vybz Kartel and Mavado. And people were actually getting shot in the street. And you Vybz Kartel and Mavado.
And you spoke on that before.
Right. And I ain't gonna lie, I used to be a Mavado, like I was on Mavado team, bro. I was like, I ain't fuck, because Vybz Kartel, I thought. Kartel? And I did, but I'd rather Mavado because I thought he was on that gangster shit, and I used to like the gangster shit more. Vybz Kartel was more of like a lyricist, and I feel like he just know how to cuss a nigga out better. Like he just know how to he'll tell you about your mama.
He just got out recently, right?
Yeah, recently. But the thing is, he went away for like 12, 13 years, and Mavado been out. But I can still listen to both of them, and I can still see why I love Kartel, Mavado versus Kartel. But they're both still hella talented.
Look, and you got a direct connection to them because you Jamaican. So that's
but they're still. But bro, listen what I'm. But just because I'm Jamaican don't mean that Gully Side and Gaza was the same.
I'm not saying
saying West Coast and East Coast.
I'm not saying.
It's American.
No, I'm not saying. But imagine this. Imagine it was Jamaican versus a Haitian.
But it's not like that.
I know, but for us, it's like that. So,
really? Yeah. So you don't look at West Coast like it's a part of America. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
No.
Like that's crazy. Musically, hell no.
What I'm saying, like it's still America. But what I'm saying is, bro, we don't wear Chuck Taylor like we.
Yeah, no, hell
we don't wear khakis and Chuck Taylor. I can't relate to that.
That's funny.
I can't relate to that.
That's funny, bro.
But it's a real thing.
No, it's interesting. It's a word.
Like the East Coast, even the East Coast, like they got the East Coast got the North South. They got the connection. Yeah. But it's like
that's interesting.
Even like the North gonna always be the North. And South they always gonna keep that country shit.
True.
You feel me? Like even Texas, the chopped and screw joint. Like you'll never see somebody up north except ASAP.
Nah, for sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
For sure.
Take that chopped and screwed style. It's like, nah.
It's broke down to like where it's at. Like
you're not gonna see nobody wearing Timbs in Atlanta. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Unless somebody from New York definitely go to Atlanta.
From Houston or Texas that think Pimp C is the best ever.
Yeah.
It's a motherfucker in New York. I'm like, man, you smoking motherfucking crack. You think Pimp C better than Jay-Z or Biggie? So that's what I mean. So when you saying like Movado and them, they're still Jamaican.
True.
So like when you talking about like, cause it's totally different. Like especially if you travel. So if you ever went to like, bro, I lived in New York for a while.
Yeah.
So when I went to New York, bro, just talk for us. Like the female, I was like 8, 9 years old. Just talk. We love the way you talk.
Yeah, I mean
when you be like go to the store or or whatever, it was amazing to them. So like it's a complete difference.
Well, you know what it is? I don't want to say it's a Jamaican thing, it's a me thing. Because you got people back home, like if you play Mavado music or back then in certain areas, it's an issue. if you play Vibes Cartel music in certain areas, it's an issue.
Oh, you're not playing Pac in New York and thinking shit rock.
And that's what I'm saying.
So it's like that.
So like,
back then, it was
but for me, I was never on that where I could listen to this, because for one, I told you I love the lyrical like battles. You know what I'm saying? I like that type of shit, because to me, the controversy, like, it brings up the interest in the music. It brings up the energy. It brings up me wanting to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, study more, like, the situations. So I never took it personal, like, oh, I don't fuck with these guys because da-da-da. I was like, nah, he said some crazy shit. Let me see what he about to say. That's how I look at it.
You pretty much ain't have a dog in the fight.
Nah.
So when Kendrick Lamar say, man, I got on these motherfucking khakis and Chuck Taylors, I cannot relate to that shit at all, bro.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? When Jadakiss say...
But why look at it like that? Why not look at it like, no, they're just kind of speaking their truth?
No, because we're fans of them. So when you follow something and you listen to Jadakiss and he's telling you, man, you know what I'm saying? He's explaining to you why he wearing these Timbs or why he doing this. It resonates to you.
You know what that is?
It might have been your mama boyfriend. It might have been your dad. It might have been your uncle. But you see that. You're not seeing nobody. And somebody in Compton, they gonna see a motherfucker with Chuck Taylors and Crip walking. We not seeing that shit in here.
I don't think that's necessarily being a fan. I think that's like mob mentality. Personally, I think that's taking it like another level.
Nah,
it's just to say lifestyle.
And
I think it's
that could be that too.
It's just your lifestyle.
And you know why I say that?
I don't know nothing about LA, bro. I can't I can't tell you. Like, there's certain things they're gonna speak about in LA. Like, it's certain things you're gonna find common ground with anybody. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I can find common ground with anybody. I don't care where you from. But like, it's like, I listen to Kendrick. I'm like, bro, I got Good Kid, Mad City. I know that album. I can sing word for word some of that stuff. But it's like, even when I'm listening to it, I can recognize a good project, but it don't resonate with me.
Right.
It don't resonate with my struggle. Let me ask you
this one question.
It don't resonate with my struggle.
So a lot of people are kind of going crazy about Beyonce winning that award for that country. Based on what you're saying, technically that shouldn't be the case then. Based on
I'm not a fan of country, so I'm not gonna speak on it. But based off me knowing the history of it, I don't think she should have won the country.
I mean,
I didn't listen to her
think
album.
I'm not gonna lie. My girl played the album. She loves Beyonce, but she didn't like it, and I didn't like it either. I like when I listen to country, I was like, this ain't it.
Yeah. No,
so it kind of, I was kind of
when I'm actually listening to country. That just no.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like it don't even got the same.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's like
and I might like an artist called Rashard, where he's country, but it was kind of more like, in his experience. No. It's country, but it's also mixed with hip hop because that's how he grew up in Atlanta. He grew up more in the country.
I like when I was listening to country, I was just
Bro, I was listening to Kenny Rogers. I was listening to Kenny Rogers, Brooks and Dunn. I was listening to the real country.
I don't want to hear Shabuzi was the only exception because he still had that. He still had that sound with it. Yeah. But like when I'm listening to country, I want to listen to country. Yeah. I don't want to listen to hip hop and country. No, hell no.
So what would you call her?
It's done bad. I ain't gonna lie.
What would you call her twang on the country?
I felt like she was like
Beyonce.
Even though she was on the album, I felt like she was like the DJ Khaled of the project. You know how you just push it together.
Yeah. So you don't think she should have won that award either?
No. Hell no.
Yeah, I don't think she should have. I feel like she won it just because of that mob mentality, bro.
Remember when Lil Wayne did a rock album? That's what I equate that.
Just like that.
Oh, the rock album.
Wayne did a rock album. I equate that to him like, Wayne was hot at the time. He gonna have fans that bad, just gonna do numbers. But like, come on, bro. Like
that Beehive shit is serious.
How is you doing?
Yes, it is.
I didn't know that
you doing a rock album.
We might get canceled talking about this up here. Just saying.
Beehive shit is serious.
It is.
I don't think she should have won. I mean, big ups to her for winning.
No, I mean, I'm not hating. Like, it is what it is, but if you think about it logically, it's like she's out of her element, and then she does one thing, and then she wins like the best award that she was supposed to. It's kind of strange.
You want me to give you a perfect
after one album?
That's like an NFL player going to play in the NBA or NBA player, like, bro. And then winning the MVP, and we sitting there watching, like, bro, he's struggling like a motherfucker,
because it's his name.
Because it's Tom Brady. Yeah. He wanted, like, come on, bro. When we sit here and watch the sports, we know, like, bro, this shit ain't 100.
Michael Jordan. Yeah.
When he went to baseball.
Facts.
If it wasn't Michael Jordan, he would have never went there.
Yeah.
He wasn't even good in baseball at all. Like, he probably was good as an average player, but he wouldn't have been no professional baseball player.
Gotcha.
Because of Michael Jordan, they know he gonna sell tickets. They know this. Know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's more of a publicity stunt.